What's happening, everybody? What's happening? This is your favorite internet cousin again, Cousin Leon. Man, just driving back to San Jose. Right now I'm going through this little town called Livermore. And man, it's getting cool. Well, it's cool in the valley, but in the Bay Area, the weather's a little better. But see, I'm wearing Carhartt coats and stuff now, so it's getting cool out here, man. But yeah, just another day, man. Just driving back, doing some thinking, and I'm going deeper into spirituality again. I was raised a Baptist. My grandma always taught me about being Baptist. Always. I mean, from when I was a little child. And in my 20s, man, I remember my grandma telling me, well, son, there's no such thing as a Baptist. She said people follow that religion, but the only religion that the Bible talks about is Church of Christ. And that threw me for loops, because all my life, I thought I was Baptist, or that's what I was raised to believe, being a Baptist. But through my life's travels, I've studied many religions, man. I've talked to many different types of people from those religions. And they just gave me other views, other things to think about. I mean, my grandma is passed now, but I wish I could talk to her, man, about religion again. And what the trip is there are so many religions that I learned about when I started studying different religions and wondering why people thought differently about the same subject, wondering why there were so many different types of Christian. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of pushed me away from religion. And I don't know, I guess I lived a decade or so, maybe 2 decades, just kind of hands off on that whole religious thing. I know that there's a spirit, and there's a spirit realm, and that there's spiritualism, and I resort back to that a lot, especially when I'm alone and I got alone time. I resort back to that, man. And after all of this change of current events, it has driven me back to reading the Bible and thinking even more serious, more so now than ever before, about spirituality, the spirit realm. I'm seriously going deeper into it. And then I'm about to start connecting with other people. More than likely online, though, just connecting with other people that feel similar to how I feel about it. Because I'm all about progression, all about growth, spiritual growth, financial growth. I went through a period, man, where I did a lot of damage to my health with drinking, and drinking major. The only thing I ever smoked was weed and cigarettes. I went through that stint. But alcohol, man, my alcohol of preference was vodka. Absolute, Kettle One. Those are the main two. I don't consider it a flex, but I never had Ciroc, but a lot of people drank that, but that was vodka too. Oh, Belvedere, that's the one I was saying. Yeah, Kettle One, Absolute, Belvedere. There's one more vodka that I drank. I drank some Tito's, but I never bought Tito's. I just had homeboys that drank it, and I would drink with them. Drink out of their bottle like they always drank out of mine. But I did a lot of damage to my health, man, just drinking. Or I drank more than I should have. So I had to kind of pull away from that too. And it feels good. But I was going through a lot of depressions when I was drinking and associating with other people that drank. I was also living in the South at the time. From Atlanta to Birmingham to North Alabama, like Huntsville area. And then back to Atlanta. That was my area. Before I moved to California, But it was just a lot of bad spirits there. And everybody associates with you when you're drinking. Or you associate with everybody else when you're drinking. And I can go into a whole spiel about how misery loves company and all that stuff, but I won't go into that. I go into a whole spiel about how the devil is in you when you're around other people. How bad spirits get around you when you're drinking spirits. Right? I can get into that, but I won't. I think all y'all probably heard enough about that in your own way, shape, form, or fashion. But now I don't feel like I need a drink like I used to. I guess a lot of things cleared up when I got out of the belly of the beast, when I left the dirty South, when I got out of those areas where crummy people were, man. What devilish people were. And there's devilish people everywhere now, don't get me wrong. But where I was in the South, especially Atlanta, man, I had to get away from it. I had to totally get away from those people. So now I'm marked safe. I'm marked safe from a lot of the dirty spirits, a lot of the lying spirits, a lot of the backstabbing spirits. That's another thing that drove me back to spiritualism or spirituality. Drove me back to embrace it. There's a certain way we can live on this earth and prosper, but there are rules we got to follow. I set some goals and I reached my goals, and I guess in some ways I follow some rules, but I'm really going on this disciplined path going forward. And a lot of y'all will see it, that when y'all check in from time to time, because I still got a lot of, like we all say, or like all the Christians over there say, well, I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. Well, I'm going to focus on my progress. I'm going to focus on being a work in progress. That's what my spirituality is leading me towards. Putting a serious focus on working on being progressive. And I mean in all areas. So I'm marked safe while I'm out here in California, up in the Bay Area. I'm marked safe from a lot of the distractions that I had when I was in the South. I'm marked safe from all the PPP loan scammers that's down there in the South. I'm marked safe from PPP loan scams, period. Man, y'all been seeing on the internet how the federal government, the SBA, and it's getting together with other agencies, man, and they going back and going through all the records and starting to arrest people for defrauding the government, for PPP loans. Y'all been seeing that? It's funny, man. It's funny to me. And this is what's crazy. And I know a lot of y'all out there feel the same way. A lot of y'all can say the same thing. But don't y'all know, I ain't never thought about defrauding the government for no PPP loans. That was the last thing on my mind. And I went through periods where I needed money, or I needed, you know what I'm saying, I needed a leg up. I needed some extra money. I needed to do this, do that. Or I wanted to travel, or I wanted to do things. The last thing on my mind was defrauding the government for some bread. Or defrauding the government for taxpayer money. But that also tells me the level of consciousness that I have versus all the demons that knew they were stealing. And then they'll justify it. They'll justify it in their own demonic brains and say that the government owed them that, or the government owed them this, owed them that. There are people that are literally that demonic. And they'll scam and defraud people and go sleep at night, sleep like a baby. It won't bother them. Well, the SBA is about to wake them out of their sleep with that knock on the door. Feds is coming. Now the word is, even people that got forgiven for their loans, they going over their records too, to bring them up, because they saying to bring them up on charges, because they saying they forgave them under the pretense that those people were being honest, being honest with them on the paperwork, and they got the PPP loans and they were forgiven because they were being honest and they got the loans and it helped them out. So yeah, the loans were forgiven. But that's how even the people that were forgiven, they pulling all their paperwork back up to look through it and to see if they were telling lies. It's almost like somebody saying, oh yeah, I forgive you. But then they gonna unforgive them because they were lying on their paperwork. They committed fraud to get the money in the first place. And with this new administration coming in, it's going to be a lot of folks going to jail. A lot of demonic scamming thinkers going to jail. That never entered my mind, man, to rob the government. It's crazy. Or rob taxpayer funds. Especially when the world was going through a health crisis and the government was trying to help people. The fraudsters showed up. Now the SBA and the federal administration is about to show out. But yeah, I'm marked safe from all of them. I'm marked safe from all of that activity. I'll be the one sitting on the sidelines, eating popcorn, just watching and laughing. I won't laugh loud though, but I'll be laughing to myself. Oh man. It's funny when you are guided by an inner light or an inner voice. Because that's what's been guiding me since I've been out here. To be honest with you though, that's what's been guiding me all my life. Yeah, I fell to the wayside and I made some bad decisions in life, but I was provoked in a lot of ways. It's crazy. I mean, it's almost like I grew up around people that constantly tried to make me feel like I didn't fit in. Get that, right? Believe it or not. I grew up around those kind of people, man, that went out of their way to make me feel like I didn't fit in, unless I had something that they wanted. And then it was, oh yeah, oh he with us, and oh yeah, he this, and oh yeah, he cool with us on this and that, whatever. Man, oh boy. Looking back on it, they were just demons. All of them were just lying, scheming demons. So I'm marked safe from all of that stuff. Just out here, man, just out here building. At my age, just rebuilding a lot of things that I lost early on. Oh boy. I'm marked safe from the demonic people that I had in my circles. I'm marked safe from the demonic manipulative women that I had in my life, man. That were just trying to use me for something. And it's crazy because my spirit tells me that. My spirit says to me, there's something greater for you, man. There's something greater for you. You can reach all the levels that you've dreamed about. Just get away. Get out of the bucket. Leave the rest of the crabs in the bucket. Get out of the bucket. That's really what my spirit was saying to me. And I did. I followed the signs and ignored the noise. And totally left where I was. I had a lot of fake friends. We all know what that's about. But you don't know that they're fake friends when all of y'all are running around together. And then they say little stuff and do little stuff. And everybody, you know, when you and your friends are together, one of them comes up with this wild idea because it seems like fun. No, it's just a lot of stuff that you know that's bad, but you do it anyway. Well, the person that you rolling with that came up with the idea, that's the demon in them talking. And that's how demonic spirits work. They'll just test you on little stuff. This is stuff that they might have always wanted to do, but didn't have the heart to do it. Then they'll get around a good person that's in their group and try to talk the good person into doing it. Because it's fun. Because it'll be this, it'll be that. Now, it's common for dudes to do it in the elementary years or the junior high school years. But once you're in your 20s and 30s, man, it's demonic. Because by that time, you're old enough to know. You know what I'm saying? What's right and what's wrong. What would hurt other people. And what's hurtful versus what's helpful to people. And if you really got it in you, if you really want to progress and build something for yourself, you have to set yourself apart. You have to mark yourself safe from all the demonic spirits that are out there trying to sucker you in, because you cannot win. You'll lose everything around them. Most of them have nothing to lose anyway. That's why they on that old demonic mess. So I did good, man. I didn't even cuss that time. But most demonic people, most people, that's why they on that old scamming stuff. And that's why they lie. That's why they cheat. And this is in all areas of life. They take shortcuts. And it's funny because most of my friends, the generation that I came out of, I call them friends, but y'all know what I mean. Most of the people from the generation that I grew up with went to college. A lot of them didn't graduate, they just went. But I don't know how they got out of high school. So they just went. Now the generation after mine just got worse. I don't even think. I know they still got people going to colleges, but it's not in the numbers that it was in when I was young. So a lot of people had idle minds, and idle minds is, we've all heard this, especially those that have been in the Christian faith. Idle mind is the devil's playground. But you got to mark yourself safe from that. Because if you're the kind of person that's easygoing, if you're the kind of person that is somewhat disciplined with your money or your time, but every now and then you want to go out with friends, have fun, the people in your group that know that you're disciplined, they'll try to use you. Oh, come on, pay for this. You pay for it this time, I get it next time. Hey, why don't you pay for the transportation to get there? Oh, hey, why don't you do this and do that? Everybody have ideas for you to do. And half of them don't even like you. They just around you because of what you can do for them. And that's how you realize it. Well, after all the bad relationships, bad friendships, bad business deals, bad characters, and demonic spirits that were around me when I was going through depression and drinking, after getting away from all of them and marking myself safe from all of them, I find myself going back into spirituality. Heavy. And it's a good feeling, man. And a lot of people say stuff like, you got to know how to read the room. Well, a lot of them folks can't even read third grade books. So no, they have no idea how to read rooms. And really, it's not about reading the room. It's about detecting the energy in the humans that surround you. It's not reading no room. It's detecting energies and identifying who is demonic and who you feel safe around. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag, right? And that's a pun, and it was intended. But check this out. Have any for all of those that have been around cats, you can sit around cats. You can sit a room full of people. Bring cats. You can bring cats in a room full of people. And cats make a lot of people nervous. Cats make a lot of people flinch and twirl. They make them uneasy. Because cats detect bad spirits in people. When people say, I don't like cats, there's a reason for it. Cats can detect spirits, good or bad. Cats don't necessarily know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just animalistic. It's animalistic. But people that are uncomfortable around cats are usually demonic people. They usually have agendas. And that's what I've seen. That's what I realized, in my life. Just from seeing folks. And I like all animals though. I'm cool around dogs. I'm cool around most pets. But I didn't realize how sensitive cats were. But for all of you cat owners, bring people around your cats and see how they act and see how the cat responds to them. See if the cat walks up to them. Or see if the cat just stays across the room, balled up, looking at him. Call me crazy if you want to, but your cats can tell you a lot about people. Even if you want to play crazy and act like you miss all the signs, your cats can tell you about people. At any rate, oh boy, I'm almost back at the crib in San Jose. So, yeah, and it is getting pretty dark. As you guys can see in the background. Oh man. But yeah, I'm definitely moving back into my spiritual self. I need to do that to level up financially, physically, my social status. I need to do it to level up. I definitely need to do it to level up. Oh boy. And I'm going to. You'll see it though. You're going to see my growth. You're going to see it all. Either here on YouTube or another social platform. Did y'all know that there are laws, like biblical laws? Like a lot of, alright, yeah, of course you knew that there were laws in the Bible. Yeah, everybody knows that they're called commandments, right? I get it. But no, most of the people from my community have read the 48 laws of power. And that's all you see the demonic people talking about. 48 laws of power. The laws of power, this, the power, that. It's all about controlling something to them. That drive, it's a trip just to see how people, you see the look in their eyes when they think they can control someone or manipulate someone. That's a demonic spirit in in you. If you want to feel like you controlling people wherever you go, or controlling people that are around you, that's demonic, man. Let people be people, and you be you, and everybody be everybody. But that's not how people think. So you got to understand that. And I had to understand that. That's another thing that compelled me to move across country and get out of Scamville, Georgia. Get out of Haterville, Georgia. Get away from people that smile in your face and knife you in your back, Georgia. I almost went crazy down there around all the demons. And don't you know there's people still moving there? A lot of people have never been in a scene like Atlanta, so they think it's exciting. But we all know what happens to people that chase excitement. They run into other people that say, oh yeah, I can do this for you and I can do that for you. And they scam the hell out of them. You know what I'm saying? We all know what that's about. We all grown now. And we all should be better disciplined than we are. But I'm marked safe from all of it. I'm just on my own page, man. Creating my own circle. My own utopia. My own spirit realm. I'm creating it from scratch. And for the people that I meet online and that I come across, you'll hear me talking about it. But, let me finish what I was saying though. Yes, people, when I talk about the laws in the Bible, okay, a lot of people know of the commandments and they call them laws. I said that a second ago. But then I went on a tangent talking about when it comes to laws, what I've seen people gravitate towards. And it's the 48 laws of power because people want to control you. Anyway, the laws that I wanted to talk about, biblical laws, were laws of business, how you should conduct business biblically, how you should eat, the laws of how you should eat. You know what I'm saying? I think it's David's diet is what it's referred to in some religious circles. So it's for better health. But the laws of business teach you financial growth. But a lot of people don't read the Bible for that. A lot of people don't even read the Bible. They done got to the church and they put more emphasis on all the noise. They don't focus on the signals. They get distracted by the noise and all the characters in church and what the characters are doing. That's what pushed me away from religion in the first place, man. The Eddie Longs, the TD Jakes, all the flamboyant, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just wasn't my kind of place to pray and to meditate anymore. It wasn't my kind of place to meditate. It wasn't my kind of place to socialize. Because I realized that all the people that were there, or a majority of the people that were there, were all contributing to the noise. None of them were listening to the signals. None of them were guided by the Spirit. Well, they were guided by spirits, just bad spirits, devilish spirits. That's what drove me out. At any rate, I won't harbor too much on that, man. But yep, cousin Leon, man, is back. I'm just almost at the house today. Just had another thought, man. Just telling everybody that I am marked safe. I am marked safe from the beast in all areas. And in order to grow and prosper in a positive way, you should be too. Mark yourself safe from all of that. Mark yourself safe. Cousin Leon, man. I'll catch you on the next one.